I would like to coin a term. TITO stands for terminally ill, terminally online, and describes a person who is as such. Someone whose interaction with the world is primarily, if not entirely, through the internet, and thus has warped ideas of how people actually are and how one should interact with others. I guarantee no one else will use this term. The features of a TITO are rather consistent. Most often they are, very active online. They often misinterpret what other people say, especially if it's in jest, or may be confused as to why people think what they say is a joke, because they may say some very bizarre things in complete sincerity. They may express extreme views. A lot of TITOs will express violence and violent acts and interests, often in the military and guns and shit. About, I wish I could shoot an X person with a gun. A TITO is also often rather prone to extreme emotional reactions, a lot from not being able to take a joke or from prioritizing something that in the end doesn't really matter. I'll take a short sort of meander, but I'm autistic. Everyone probably already knows that. You're probably tired of hearing it all the time, but I need to preface, because people with autism, people with an anxiety disorder are often prone to overreacting to something, and that's what I would do. I would be told off, not even told off, for the smallest thing, and I would break into tears because, oh my God, I did something wrong, I'm so sorry, but there was no need for such an extreme reaction. It didn't matter. And to deal with that, we had this little laminated meter, which was basically an "it's not a big deal" sign of how gauging how one should react and what things such reactions were appropriate for. It was from 0 to 10, some very small things to very big things, and how this you don't need to react so big about. TITOs are often people who need that because they will emotionally react in an egregious fashion over something that overall doesn't really matter. Some of them often share certain interests or are often within certain affiliations. You get my drift. So why do I hate them? Well, it's for that exact reason. I'll go into some examples. TITO 1 was a 14-year-old kid who would constantly talk about obscure bands and music and how their musical taste was very refined and how they knew so much about music and how they were great. Basically a whole bunch of upper teeth, stuck up bullshit, even though they were a 14-year-old emo kid who spent all of their time, like literally 24/7, on the Discord server. One time they asked for album suggestions, and every single one they deflected in saying, "Oh no, that is a genre that is objectively gross, you should listen to this instead." I'm not fucking joking, that's exactly what they would do, and they would even pester other people saying, "Oh, have you listened to this album?" Especially people they hadn't even spoken to. I had just joined the server, and the first ping I got was, "What did you think of this album?" And I'm like, "What?" And they go, "Oh, well, this is the latest album from this band. I thought it was blah, blah, blah." And it's like, what the fuck are you on? And that's what they would do. And they constantly talk about their musical opinion and trying to force it onto others. When they had asked for suggestions for an album, I suggested an album I liked. And when they found out it was a glam rock inspired album, they started a tirade about how awful glam rock was and how I was just trying to force my opinion onto them, and how I was just trying to make them listen to music that I liked and that I wasn't actually trying to suggest genuinely good music, even though that is exactly what they had been doing for their entire tenure on that server. And so at some point I made a joke when they mentioned they had a girlfriend. I said, "Oh shit, if someone as autistic as you can get a girlfriend, then that gives me a lot of hope." And they fucking went off. They threw a huge tirade, calling me a narcissistic asshole and a bastard, how I should shut up and all sorts of shit. That is a TITO. If a stranger online calls you autistic, you are a TITO if your response is, This deserves my utmost attention and my utmost emotional dedication. Nothing much else I can say beyond that. In fact, no, TITOs are often on Discord or often on any sort of messaging forums where they express really just weird, bizarre ideas. TITO number 2 was someone on a different Discord server, was interested in a lot of military things. They expressed having a collection of guns, and they were a brony. They had a My Little Pony themed name and a profile picture. They'd also expressed extremist views, including wanted to commit violent acts upon people they had disagreed with, even people with who had minorly annoyed them on this Discord server. Oh, I want to bludgeon this person's face in there, such a disgusting twat. This TITO, as aforementioned, had a collection of guns, and at some point said, I'm microdosing bullets. Now, I thought this was a joke. They start getting angry that I can think this is a joke. What, bro? No, this is entirely serious. This is entirely probable. I will become immune to bullets. And that's when I was really confused. Like, what? Then they explained, what you do is you start off by shooting yourself with pellets, with very, 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 very low caliber rounds. And over time, your skin will develop a resistance. And then you move up. And so you do it again and again until you develop a resistance and you move up. This is sometimes the case with chemicals, with certain foods. This is conditioning. It's a psychobiological chemical thing. I don't think that applies to something which is rocketing at you at 700 kilometers an hour. And so this person was like, oh, I can't wait to be able to resist revolver rounds. And that's what they genuinely thought. Oh, I won't need a bulletproof vest because my skin will resist a bullet. And they were being totally serious because they threw a tantrum about not being believed. They threw a tantrum about people making fun of them for it. They had blocked people permanently for making light of the fact that they thought they would become immune to bullets. That's a TITO, my good folks. Fucking insane. And I think then it should be obvious why I dislike that sort of person, because they peddle nonsense. That is a TITO, someone who is so online, they're convinced that everything they read online and everything that they already believe and peddle is absolute fact. And they are incredibly stubborn in regards to letting other people be correct. And that is why I hate them, because they do not allow the truth to prevail, and as such could possibly become a danger to themselves and others. There was one person I knew who had actually met IRL, who I went to school with, who was convinced that they had Tourette's, didn't actually get diagnosed by a doctor, just started pretending, and I'm genuinely saying pretending, to have a tic, because they were very obviously choosing when they had one and what they were doing as a tic, and suddenly all of a sudden stopped when they were confronted by someone who had a relative who actually had Tourette's.